When Angel Reese takes the court, she faces an early exit, while Caitlin Clark steps in and breaks records with ease. This stark contrast between the two players highlights a serious commentary on the current landscape of women's basketball, where the differences in their experiences shed light on deeper issues within the sport. What follows is no laughing matter, as it reveals significant challenges and disparities that demand attention. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark have rapidly risen to prominence as two of the most influential figures in women's basketball today. Their youth, incredible skills, and the potential to shape the future of the sport have earned them a lot of attention. However, what really makes their careers stand out is the exciting and unpredictable path they are on, making them not just players to watch, but key figures who could change the future of women's basketball. It's interesting to see how these two stars have taken such different directions. At one point, they were both thriving and admired by many, but now their circumstances seem to have changed in surprising ways. This makes us wonder, what has driven these two individuals to such challenging points in their lives? Keep watching to discover the compelling reasons behind their opposite paths. Caitlin Clark is more than just a basketball player. She's redefining the sport with her incredible talent and unmatched skill. Her recent performances have been nothing short of extraordinary, capturing the attention of fans and critics alike. In every game, she doesn't just secure a victory, she completely overpowers her opponents, leaving no doubt about her dominance on the court. Her ability to control the game and outshine the competition sets her apart as a true game-changer in basketball. In an outstanding game against the Seattle Storm, Clark didn't simply participate. She took control and delivered a performance that left everyone in awe. She scored an impressive 29 points, distributed 7 assists, and secured 6 rebounds, showcasing her all-around abilities on the court. But what's truly remarkable is that this game wasn't even her best. In another thrilling matchup, she elevated her game to an even higher level, scoring an astonishing 33 points, dishing out 10 assists, and making 3 steals. These statistics are not just impressive, they are extraordinary, the kind of numbers you'd expect to see in a video game rather than in a real-life basketball game. Her consistent ability to dominate in such a way highlights not only her talent, but also her potential to continue making a significant impact in the sport. Her impressive performance isn't just about the stats, it's about how she achieves those results. Clark has a remarkable gift for understanding the complexities of basketball, effortlessly staying ahead of her opponents with precise and calculated moves. It's almost as if she has an insider's knowledge of the game, allowing her to anticipate every play and outmaneuver her competition. Watching her on the court is like witnessing a chess master meticulously planning each move, while others are engaged in a much simpler game. Her sharp, strategic thinking, combined with her ability to execute flawlessly, truly sets her apart from the rest. Now let's hear what Swoops, our favorite critic who seems to have a permanent grudge, had to say.
Stephen A. Smith did not hold back as he exposed Sheryl Swoop's extremely jealous take on Caitlin Clark.
It's quite disappointing to see that she seems to carry a negative attitude and is deliberately avoiding giving credit to the outstanding performance of the only female player who is making a significant impact by drawing more viewers to the WNBA. It's important to acknowledge and celebrate such achievements as they are crucial for the growth and recognition of the sport. Stephen A. Smith definitely took issue with her behavior. The tension between her and WNBA players is intense, largely because the league holds her in such high esteem. Clark's style of play seems perfectly suited for the WNBA. She combines speed, intelligence, and a strong competitive spirit, which grabs the audience's attention every time she plays. It's clear why she's being called a phenomenon. She truly exemplifies that title. It's obvious that she's feeling jealous because she's no longer in the spotlight and hasn't gotten the same attention that Caitlin Clark is receiving. The number of people watching Clark play is astonishing and has broken viewership records. Even those who never cared about women's basketball before are now drawn to her games, leading to a huge increase in viewers. Clark's influence goes beyond casual fans to reach even the most devoted basketball followers.
Now, they're going for a record here. They could see 19,000 fans. This would be the most at a WNBA game in Georgia's history.
She is challenging and changing perceptions, making people see that women's basketball isn't just good, it's outstanding. A clear example of this change is Shannon Sharpe's recognition and praise. It's been extraordinary to observe the impact Caitlin Clark has had on the sports world. Her influence reaches far beyond her outstanding performance on the court. She is reshaping the game and captivating audiences in innovative ways. Not only is she drawing in a new wave of fans, but she is also inspiring the next generation of athletes. Her pursuit of excellence has set a new standard in the sport. What's particularly noteworthy is how her influence goes beyond basketball, igniting widespread interest in women's basketball. This increased attention is evident across various media platforms, fueling conversations and elevating the sport with Caitlin Clark at its center. It's amazing how she handles so much pressure. Every move she makes is watched closely, yet Clark doesn't just handle it. She seems to thrive under the spotlight. The big stage seems to bring out her best, showing not only her great skills, but also her strong mindset and mental toughness. On the other hand, Angel Reese, who was doing well, recently faced a big setback in her game against the New York Liberty. She went into the game ready to make a big impact, but things didn't go as planned. She ended up getting ejected from the game, which surprised both fans and spectators. While some might think Reese just had a bad day, the problem seems to be bigger than that. In her last 5 games, her shooting percentage has dropped to only 29%. For a player of her talent, this is a surprising and disappointing number. It's like a skilled chef burning toast over and over again. Given her recent struggles, it's hard to compare Reese to Caitlin Clark right now. Clark is thriving under pressure, while Reese is going through a rough patch. Comparing the two wouldn't be fair, considering their current situations. Clark stands out not just for her skills, but for how well she handles pressure. Reese, on the other hand, is facing challenges that have affected her performance. It's clear that while Clark is thriving, Reese is in a tough spot that she needs to overcome. The comparison between them doesn't make sense at the moment, given the differences in their recent performances. Reese is having a tough time right now, mainly because of her shooting mechanics. She doesn't shoot the ball the way most players do. Instead of aiming from eye level, she shoots from her shoulder. It's like trying to hit a target with your eyes closed. Sometimes you might get lucky, but hitting the mark consistently is really hard. On top of her shooting issues, Reese is also facing rejection from many sides. Coach Cheryl Reeve, who is known for spotting talent, evaluated Reese, but decided not to choose her. Instead, Coach Reeve picked Elisa Peely. But even Peely hasn't had much success, as she's spending most of her time on the bench, playing only about 6.4 minutes per game. This situation must have been disappointing for Reese, seeing that the player chosen over her isn't making a big impact either. Reese didn't stop there. She tried to convince Gabby Williams, a famous French Olympic athlete, to join her team in Chicago. However, Williams politely declined the offer, choosing to stay at home instead of joining Reese's team. It's like inviting someone to your birthday party, but they say no and decide to stay home and do nothing instead. At this point, It's easy to wonder if this is the end of the road for Angel Reese's dreams. But don't jump to conclusions just yet. There's still another surprising turn in this story that could change everything. In a recent game against the Phoenix Mercury, Reese showed amazing adaptability and resilience, catching the attention of fans and analysts. Instead of sticking to her usual layups, she changed her strategy and focused on mid-range shots, which made a big difference in the game. She scored 19 out of 20 points, which not only highlighted her basketball skills, but also her ability to adjust her game to different situations. This showed how versatile she is on the court. This performance raises an important question. Is Reese's great display a sign of a lasting comeback, or is it just a temporary fix to a bigger problem? Looking at the bigger picture, the stories of athletes like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese go beyond their individual performances and reflect the broader changes happening in women's basketball, which is evolving quickly. Interestingly, 81% of WNBA fans are influenced by sponsorships. This shows how important these partnerships are in shaping the league and the careers of its players. As the WNBA continues to grow, players like Clark and Reese have more opportunities to get bigger contracts, attract more endorsements, and become well-known names. Amidst this exciting growth, a new league called the Unrivaled League has emerged. This new league is getting a lot of attention with its ambitious promises and forward-thinking ideas for the future of women's basketball. However, many people believe that Clark should stay with the WNBA because of its established reputation, rich history, loyal fan base, and strong organizational structure. This presents an interesting choice, one that requires careful thought. Caitlin Clark has quickly become a leading figure in the WNBA, breaking records and capturing the hearts of fans with her game-changing performances. Considering her incredible success, one might wonder what could make her want to leave such a thriving environment for something new and unproven like the Unrivaled League. The answer might not be just about money or fame. It could be about a deeper desire to make a lasting impact on the sport. The WNBA has been home to some of the most iconic players in women's basketball, like Lisa Leslie and Sue Bird. Clark now has the chance to join these legendary athletes and secure her place in basketball history. This possibility is important not just for Clark, but for the entire women's basketball community. Clark and Reese represent more than just individual players. They symbolize the potential and challenges in women's basketball. Clark's success shows what can happen when talent meets opportunity. She is proving that women's basketball can be just as exciting, skilled, and marketable as men's basketball, setting new standards for the sport. On the other hand, Reese's journey highlights the challenges that even the most talented players face. Her ability to overcome setbacks and adapt to changing conditions shows the importance of resilience. Together, their stories send a powerful message that goes beyond winning or losing. They represent a bigger story of female empowerment, overcoming challenges, and the positive direction the sport is heading. The WNBA stands out for having one of the highest levels of social media engagement among its fans, even more than other major sports leagues. This strong social media presence gives WNBA players a direct and powerful connection to their fans, allowing them to influence public opinion, inspire young athletes, and drive the growth of the sport in new ways. The future of women's basketball holds both promise and challenges. The sport has grown a lot, with more people watching games, more sponsorships, and more young girls wanting to follow in the footsteps of players like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. But this growth also brings new pressures. Young players are expected not only to perform well on the court, but also to be role models and marketable figures. These expectations add to the complexities of their careers, requiring them to balance their athletic performance with their public image. The future of the WNBA is a topic of great interest. People are watching to see if the league will continue to grow and how new leagues like Unrivaled will affect the landscape. There is also a lot of focus on how players like Clark and Reese will shape the future of the sport. This brings us to an important lesson. In basketball, just like in life, success is not only about where you stand, but about how you handle both the good times and the challenges. Caitlin Clark's incredible performances and record-breaking achievements, along with Angel Reese's ability to bounce back from setbacks, serve as strong examples for everyone. Their stories show us the importance of adaptability, perseverance, and the relentless pursuit of excellence, qualities that will continue to shape the future of women's basketball. As we've explored, the paths of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark in the world of women's basketball are filled with twists, turns, and lessons. Caitlin Clark's undeniable talent and her ability to thrive under pressure have set a new standard in the sport, while Angel Reese's journey highlights the challenges and the need for resilience in the face of adversity. Both players are not just athletes, they are symbols of the evolving landscape of women's basketball. As they continue to navigate their careers, they will undoubtedly leave a lasting impact on the sport, shaping its future for generations to come. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the comparison between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark? Do you think one player outshines the other? Or do they both bring something unique to the table? Share your comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with all the latest in women's basketball. Thanks for watching.